Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm gonna do a trade recap of all the trades I took this week. This is our Monday setup. This is our opening range on Monday. We mark the hand below. You guys know how the strategy goes. Very simple and straightforward strategy, but highly profitable also, especially on gold. So we have a break above. We enter for our buy, stops at below. Our target is a 1 to 2, and you guys can see on a Monday morning we hit our TP nicely on a Monday morning. So some of you are dropping comments asking me the time zone. So if you are in Nigeria, it's 2:30 p.m. If you are in the US, is 9:30 a.m. So that's just that. So our Tuesday setup. These are our Tuesday setup right here. This is our 9:30 candle. Mark out the hand below of our 9:30 candle. We had the break below. We entered for our sell. Stops at the high. Our target is a 1 to 2. And you guys can see we hit our take profit nicely right here. So this is our Wednesday setup. So we had news on this day. So this is our break. We had a break above. We had a break above. We entered for our buy after the retest. Stops at the low. Our target was a 1 to 2, and you guys can see, yeah, I know TradingView did not really register this, but we went up first. The market bought first before we sold, so this hit take profit. So that's our Wednesday setup. So I also had another setup when this market started rejecting. I said, okay, I'll set a sell stop here. So if market breaks that self stop, keep on selling. You get. So I said that here after I saw this rejection, after we hit TP, and I started seeing this rejection, I set the self stop. So maybe we triggered the self stop. You can see we gave a nice gap here. So I just broke even, and eventually the trade hits TP, gave us a 1 to 3. So that's our Wednesday setup, two setups on Wednesday. So Thursday setup, this is our Thursday setup here. This is our opening range candle, our 9:30 candle if you are in New York, and 2:30 p.m. if you are in Nigeria. This is our range. So we had the break above. So I actually entered after the break because you can see that the candle is very bullish. It's a bullish engulfing with no wick. So I just entered after the close. Then we kind of ranged a little bit till Friday. So on Friday we eventually broke back to break even. So this trade I left it open. Like Thursday's trade, I left it open. The Thursday's trade is still currently open as we speak. This is Friday. Like I'm recording this video on a Friday evening. Why I'm doing that? Because I'm going to be busy tomorrow, Saturday, and our Friday setup hits TP today, like on Friday. So it's something that doesn't really happen. We don't always hit our Friday's TP on Friday. Most of the time we do it on Monday morning, but we hit our TP on Friday. So I said, okay, let me just record today and save myself the energy tomorrow. So we're still currently in our Thursday's trade. Our Thursday's trade hasn't hit take profit yet. But for our Friday setup, let me run you guys through our Friday setup. So this is our 9:30 candle on our Friday. Mark out the hand below. We had the break above. We came back for the retest. So I used a buy limit on this trade. So when we came back for the retest, I got triggered, stops at the low, and our target was a 1 to 2. And you guys can see we got more than a 1 to 2. So that's our Friday trade. We hit take profit. So our Thursday setup, I'm using proper risk management. So I normally multiply my risk by 2. So if I'm risking $100, I want to make $200. So basically that is the reason why my TP is this big, because you can see where my stop losses is below here. So I multiply it by 2, hoping that market will get to this level. And if you guys go to the higher time frame, you can see that it's actually a promising level. So maybe if we take this high, and maybe I'll just close 50% of the position, then I'll leave the rest to run. So that is our Thursday setup. So that's all our setups on gold. We had wins throughout this week on gold. Yeah, we had back-to-back wins on gold. So that's for gold. Let's go to US30. So our US30 setup has been choppy, has been messy, a lot of messy charts, but we still trade it regardless. So this is our last week's trade, our Friday's trade last week. We eventually hit TP. So Monday's trade wasn't giving me, Monday's trade wasn't giving me what I wanted to see, because you can see that it ranged most throughout the day. Do you understand? So it didn't give me what I wanted to see. So I didn't enter a trade on US30 on Monday, because you can see it just went sideways till the next day. Then the next day's trade, which is this is our 930 candle right here. So I actually entered this, so we broke. It was showing healthy momentum to the downside, so I entered for a sell after the retest. Stops at the high. Target is a 1 to 1.5. And you guys can see we hit our stop loss here eventually. So that's our Tuesday setup. So of this same Tuesday's opening range, we had this strong break above, then we had a retest. So I entered a buy limit here. So we got triggered on the buy limit. Stops at the low. Our target is a 1 to 1.5. And you guys can see we hit our TP. That's still from the Tuesday's opening range. So that was the first TP. Then our main trade, which was our Wednesday's trade, this is our Wednesday's opening range. This is the opening range that we traded on Wednesday morning to kind of recover from this loss here. Then this particular one here now, this is our Wednesday's opening range. So you can see we marked out the high and the low. We had the break above. This was where we had the break and the close. So I entered after the close. Stops at the low. So my target initially is a 1 to 1.5, but I took my take profits around a 1 to 1, because I started seeing this draw this momentum coming down. So I took my position around here, because US30 has been really sketchy, this week. So I don't want to leave money on the table, especially when I'm just trying to recover from a previous loss or something. I don't just want to leave money on the table on US30 and Nasdaq also. So I just took my profit at either a 1 to 1 around here. So I took my profit there. So that is Wednesday's trade. So our Thursday setup. This is our Thursday setup. This was a very, 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 very long day for me. So this is our 9:30 candle right here, or 2:30 p.m. if you are in Nigeria. Mark out the high and the low. We had a break above, came back for the retest. We entered for our buy, stops at the low. Target is a 1 to 1.5. So you can see that eventually this trade hits TP. It actually hits TP today. So this is our Friday's opening range. This is our 9:30 candle, or 2:30 p.m. Nigerian time. Mark out the high and the low. We had a break above. I didn't enter this because of this rejection, and you can see we had this aggressive bearish distance. So I just can assume that we wanted to tap back into this level. That's the reason why I didn't break even or close this trade. So we tap back into this level, and you can see market pushed back up. So this is where I entered my trade. After we broke back above our level, I entered this trade. So I'm in our Friday setup now. So our Thursday setup eventually hits TP after almost a whole day plus. So now we'll watch the Friday setup. Hopefully by Monday morning we'll hit TP or we hit stop loss, because I didn't break even on this trade because it's too close to my entry. So hopefully by Monday we'll either hit TP or we'll hit stop loss. So that is our US30 trade for this week. That's a recap of our US30 trade this week. So let's go to NAS100. Yeah, so Nasdaq was a lot more cleaner. Nasdaq has been more, we had like cleaner setups on Nasdaq this week and also last week also. So yeah, it's not as choppy as US30. So this is our Monday setup here. This is our opening range right here. This candle right here. So that's our opening range. So we'll mark out the high and the low. We had the break above. We came back for our retest. We entered for our buy. Stops at the low. Our target is a 1 to 1.5. And you guys can see we hit our take profit nicely right here. Then our Tuesday setup. This is our Tuesday setup. This is our candle right here. These are opening range candle right here. We'll mark out the high and the low. We had a break below. We came back for our retest. We entered our sell limit. Stops at the high. Our target is a 1 to 2. And you guys can see we hit our take profit nicely right here. Then our Wednesday setup, this is our opening range candle here. We mark out the high and the low. We had a break below. We came back for the retest. We entered for our sell. Stops at the high. Our target is a 1 to 2. And you guys can see we hit our take profit nicely right here. That's our Wednesday setup. Then on Wednesday, using our Wednesday's opening range, we had another setup, which is this setup here of our Wednesday's opening range. So we now had a break above. This was like in the evening, or sorry, in the night, around 11:30 p.m. So I was still awake and couldn't sleep. So I saw this setup and I said, okay, let's see how it goes, since there's a lot of volume in NAS100. Let's see how it plays out. So I entered my position, then put my stops below this week right here, and our target was a 1 to 2. And you guys can see around 11 a.m. the next day we hit our TP. So that's our second trade for Wednesday. Then our Thursday setup, we are currently still in our Thursday setup and our Friday setup. But on the Thursday setup, I've removed 50%. I've taken off 50% from my initial entry, and I've also broken even. But on the Friday trade, is still open. It's still open. But before market closes today, I'll break even. So market will soon close. So I'll just break even before market closes. So let me run you through the Thursday setup. So these are opening range candle here. Our Thursday setup, this candle right here. We mark out the high and the low. We had the break above right here. We had the retest. We entered off the retest, stops at the low. Our target is the 1 to 1.5, and you guys can see we are almost close to our TP. So hopefully we hit that this night. We came so close, but it hasn't triggered yet. So hopefully we hit that this night or Monday morning. But I've already taken out 50% of my initial position, and I've broken even on our Thursday setup. So, and I've also broken even on our Friday setup now, because very soon we'll soon close. Our markets will close for the weekend. So that's our Thursday setup. So our Friday setup, this is our Friday setup here. This is our Friday setup. Our Friday's opening range. So mark out the high and the low. Mark out the high and low of our Friday's opening range. We had a break below, but you guys know now, I don't trade, especially when we are just tapping into the previous day opening range. I don't sell. Like, this is the perfect example now. So we are just coming out of a previous opening range, this opening range, and we failed to break below the low of this range. Do you get? So there's no point selling here when we still have a strong level here that is going to push price up. So assuming this market broke here, then I would have entered this trade. I would have entered this trade on the retest. But if it broke here, the possibility of it coming back for a retest is very low, because I'm just targeting a 1 to 1.5. That's just the idea. So this basically just came back to tap back into this strong level before pushing back up. So that was the whole idea I had in my head. So I did not sell, and I brought my stop loss down at least to this level. I didn't want it to be too big, so I just brought my stop loss down to this level right here, so that just to compensate for in case we tap back into this level, then maybe we can reject before. And you can see we came so close, we didn't even tap back into the major level, but we just moved off this other block here and we pushed up. And yeah, you can see Friday's our Thursday setup will soon hit TP, but our Friday setup is still running. We still have some ticks to go. So yeah, so that is our Thursday setup. So yeah, guys, that's how all my trades went this week. That's the recap for all my trades this week. So this video will be uploaded tomorrow by 12. Thanks guys for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, click that bell icon, and yeah, recommend my videos to other people. This is like very easy strategy for anybody to learn that I'm giving out for free. Do you understand? It's something that has been making me money. I've been using to make money, and can also help you make money and be consistent in the forex market. So when I mean forex, I mean gold and NASDAQ US30. It doesn't really work on I don't know, forex pairs. I've not really tested it on forex pairs. I'm just focused on these pairs because of the amount of volume that is in the market. So yeah. So someone also asked me about the strategy that it doesn't really work well on a rangy market. Yes, we are trading volume, so obviously it's not going to really work well on a rangy market. So before you enter a position, you make sure that there is volume behind that trade, and that's the reason why we wait for impulsive moves like strong bullish or bearish candles. Then we enter off those candles. So yeah, so it's basically a momentum strategy. We look for like strong candles, and that's the reason why we trade at the open of the New York session, open of that's why we do that, so that we can trade with the volume. So, but the strategy is very consistent. There's nothing like a perfect strategy. Every strategy works. It's just how you manage your risk. So this is a free strategy. So you guys can just support me. Subscribe to the channel, watch the videos, like the videos, and recommend the videos to your friends. And yeah, thanks guys. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.